Welcome back to the first tutorial on working with XML files. To start with, let's learn some of the benefits of using XML database for EDToefl iBT. Now, first thing first, I decided to use XML's data file for this application because it allows me to create highly complicated data structure. For each application, I need a different database structure. As you see here, for the listening data file, the data structure is totally different from the writing. And also in a highly complicated database for the reading part, XML data files also work very well. So the first reason I decided to use XML data file is that it allows me to create highly complicated data structure. However, don't worry, this kind of data file is extremely easy to use, easy to modify, and easy to customize. And probably this is the main reason I decided to use XML data for creating data for EDToefl iBT. You may not believe it, but with XML data file, you can use any available text editing program in your computer, like this one. And all you need to do is to change the text to customize the data file. For example, in this writing text, I can see the time for the writing text is 20 minutes. I can change it to 30 minutes easily by changing 20 to 30. Or in this reading data file, I can open with any other program like an XML editor. The time allowed for this reading text is 20. But by changing data in the XML file like this, I can easily customize the time. For example, here I can change from 20 minutes to 40 minutes with just a simple change. Now, when I restart the application, you see the time has been changed to 40 minutes. So, the rule for working with all the XML files in EDToefl iBT is really simple. The user just needs to change the text and the data parameters available. So this is probably the main reason why I decided to use XML data file. You can use any available text editing program to work with the data file, and I will talk more about that just right after this. Also, this data file can be shared very easily, and I think this is essential for creating a user support community later. At present, some teachers in my language schools have already used this application, and they have created quite a lot of data files. the data file can be used interchangeably between computers. So for example, I get this data file from another teacher using the same application. When I want to use it, I just need to rename the file and it runs automatically. So in this way, all teachers in a group or in a school can work together to create a lot of resources for their EDToefl iBT test. Another question that I need to answer right at the beginning is the text editor that we can use for editing XML files. Basically, you can use any text editing program available in your computer. However, first thing first, I strongly recommend using Microsoft Front Page and XML writers, because these two programs allow you to see the data structure very clearly, and it also colorizes the XML text like this. In this front page user interface, you can see there are different colors for different types of data. For the attribute, it is marked as red. For the value of the attribute, it is marked as blue. And for the XML tag, it has a different color. The data is black. Now this is very convenient when you need to edit your XML data file. If you are not familiar with Microsoft Front Page and you feel that it is a very big application, then I would like to recommend a more professional tool. And this tool is designed especially for editing XML only, that is XML Writer. Now with XML Writer, you can do a lot with your XML files. Basically, it is very similar to Microsoft Front Page. It allows you to see different parts of the XML file in different colors, and you can see the whole format, all the attributes. Now with these two tools, you will find it easier to edit the XML files. Apart from that, you can use WordPad and Notepad. WordPad and Notepad by default are integrated in the Windows system. So whether you are using Windows 98, Windows 2000, Windows XP or Windows Vista, you will find these two programs by going to Programs, Accessory, and then drop down the menu. You will see Notepad and WordPad. Now let's try to open this XML data file with WordPad and Notepad to see how it is different from XML Writer and Microsoft Front Page. Now first thing first, I open this with Notepad. As you see here, I also see all the text and all the data, but the view is not as neatly and conveniently organized. I mean, it is not so well organized as in XML Writer and in Microsoft